Okay, so we are going to be recording a tutorial on how I create a thumbnail for this trivia company, and we're inside of Photoshop right now. So as you can see, what we have here is basically a template, and this is just a square image right now. And then here I have a static trivia bar that'll be directly here. This may be adjusted up or down. And then I have the title here, and then in the corners we're going to have 4 different images, and I'll show you that in just a second. We're going to pull those from Google. And then we also have a background that we're going to pull from a website that I use for stock images. So to get started, we're going to go ahead and open this up and look at, let's just say this title's Songs in the Rain. This is the trivia game. And as you can see here, these are going to be the questions, and then the answers are in bold. So my process is that I look at the name Songs in the Rain, and then I try to first of all pull a background for that specific box. Now, because it has to do with the rain, I may try to find something that's maybe water-based. So you can see right here I have abstract background. So what I do is I go in between here and basically I put in water because we have something to do with rain. And I hit enter. And now this will bring up these different water-based. Let's try rain though also, just to see if maybe I can get a little bit closer to what I'm looking for. Abstract rain background. Okay, here we go. So now I can scroll through here and I can look, and I think the one I like right now would probably be this one. So we're going to go ahead and use this one here. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to go down to Photoshop, make sure that I'm above my background, and paste. And now I'm going to take these two and align them. So we're going to go align, and then align, and then I'm going to go ahead and adjust that so this comes down a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and adjust my color overlay on this bar here to match this. So I'm going to sample a color, but then I'm going to go a little bit lighter so it stands out more. And now I'm going to go back and find a gradient now. So here I can go ahead and put in, let's say like rain text effects. And so I can find something that looks pretty good inside of here. And the name of this is going to be Songs in the Rain. So I'm going to look for something that will pull off kind of a watery look. So maybe we can go with, here we'll just do this one for now. So I'll pull this one, get the EPS, and then I can drag this down into Illustrator. And close. And let's go ahead and pick out a good font here. We'll get something like this. So now I can go ahead and type songs. I'll copy that, go over here, put in songs in, back into Illustrator, and then the rain. And the reason I do this is because I want them to have some symmetry. I want them to look about the same size. So I can make this a little bigger until it matches. I can drop this below here. And then once these are together, I can now bring these up. And then at that point, I can go ahead and adjust everything by centering it right in the middle. Okay. Now, I'm going to go back into my answers here. So I can look up Eurythmics, because that's, even though this says Here Comes the Rain Again, it's better if I do the name of the band. So what I'll do is I'll go into here, into Google, and I'll type in Eurythmics, and I'll try to find an image of something that looks pretty centered. This is a good one. I'll copy that image and come into here, and then I'm above this layer here, so I can paste it, and then I'll adjust the size a little bit, and then try to make that go right in the corner here. Let's go back and see another one. So James Taylor, that's another one, so we can go ahead and type in James Taylor. Now what I try to do is I try to, if it's going to be on the left hand side of the box, which is my left, I'll try to find one of them facing towards the middle. So like this one right here would be facing towards the middle, and this one over here would be a good one for the right hand side because he's facing in towards the middle this way. So let's go ahead and pick out, I'm just going to pick this one. And we'll put him, whoops. We'll put him inside of here. And we'll shrink that a little bit. There we go. This third one is going to be, we can do Blind Melon, and because this is a bee girl costume, we're going to look for that. So Blind Melon, bee girl. So we can go ahead and get a picture of her. And we'll drop her down here in the corner. Now obviously we're going to need to make that bigger. It will be a little grainier, but it's okay because we're going to drop the opacity here pretty soon. And let's get one more. We'll call that one Guns N' Roses November Rain. So let's go ahead and type in Guns N' Roses November Rain. And we'll try to pull some kind of an image here. Now one thing I could do, if I like this one a lot, this image right here, I can still like copy it, and then whenever I come into Photoshop here, whoops, when I come into Photoshop here, I can always, I can reverse it, so I can flip this horizontally and then bring it back down. So now there's a picture of Axl. And now I'm going to apply a mask, and then make sure that my tool here, my gradient tool, is going to be set to radial, because I'm going to take this and then I just want to feather the edges around all these images. So I'll do the same for this one. And this one. And then this one. Okay, so now I'll group all these. I'll merge them into one file, and then I'm going to desaturate, which means I'm going to take away all the color, And then I'm going to change this to luminosity. And then I'm going to bring the opacity down to about 60. And there you have it.